unanswered questions about
God damn Chucky.
number one.
Does Chucky have a dick? Oh, wait. Yo. I'm 40% joking, but 60% serious. This is my favorite Child's Play movie. I think it has a perfect balance of suspense and great comedy that works perfectly without going over the top and making it corny, or without taking away that scarier aspect of Chucky. Throughout the rest of the franchise, we can see how much Chucky turns human in the doll. But matter of fact, it actually starts with the original film. Just in case you never noticed. In the original film, Chucky starts growing human-like features, like eyebrows. His facial features change. And then he even starts to bleed.
Last night I got shot. It hurt like a son of a bitch, it even bled.
But if we fast forward a few movies to Bride of Chucky, we can actually see that he does indeed grow his Vienna sausage. We know this because he got some from Tiffany in doll form.
Girl, you looks good once you back that ass up.
So he does have a dick. Now what sparked this ludicrous question of mine is when old Chuckerton here is getting his balls stitched in the factory with that fake hair. I'll play that clip right here. Don't worry, Chucky, I would have the same exact reaction if my ball hammock was getting stitched with fake hair in some random doll factory in Chicago. That sucks. There's no shame in it. But due to his pretty reasonable reaction, at this point, did he have the dick? He was already too human to transfer his soul into Andy's body. And when he tells Kyle that if he doesn't hurry up and transfer his soul into Andy's body, he's going to be trapped in there forever. And then when Kyle gives him that stare down from top to bottom, he gets offended by it and he's like,
What are you looking at?
so was the meat packing plant there or not?
Number two.
Why did Chucky wait so long to kill the foster parents? And
Number three.
was he not worried about the huge amount of heat he was putting on Andy? This doesn't make sense to me. Hear me out. The most confusing part of this movie to me is that Chucky waits 72 hours to finally say the hell with it. This is happening tonight no matter what. But he's also digging himself a hole with each new night that passes. Get it? Tommy Chucky digging himself a hole. So let's talk about this front to back, because this isn't logical in any rudimentary sense. Since Chucky is literally fighting the hourglass, he's fighting time, he's fighting the clock. So let's break down each one of these three nights. Night number one, Chucky is resurrected, finds out where Andy lives, kills Mattson, makes his way to Andy's new residence, poses as Tommy, the other good guy doll, and then nothing. What? Why? This was the perfect opportunity. Phil and Joanne was in bed. Andy was by himself in his room. Kyle wasn't there because she was at work.
Help me get dinner started.
Can't. Gotta work tonight.
So why wait? Did you need a power nap? You just napped for 2 years. And plus there's a huge thunderstorm to mask out any kind of sounds or struggle if you really wanted to go through with it. Hey, don't look at me, I don't know nothing. Night number two, Chucky spends the entire day posing as Tommy and is completely inactive until late that night where he attempts to take over Andy's body, which he fails because Kyle sneaks through the window. And also, why is she sneaking through Andy's window? Does she not have a window of her own? Anyway, so Chucky gets thrown in the cellar. So essentially, not only did Chucky waste night number one, he then spent another 24 hours doing absolutely nothing. He even makes a comment about him turning human again.
No! I'm turning human again?
And then he just spends the rest of the night in the cellar. Why? Are you smoking the good cigarettes? What are you doing? This baffles me because we know that he can get out of the cellar because day number three, Chucky follows Andy to school, kills the teacher, and then beats Andy back home where he places himself back into the cellar. So he had a way in and a way out. But then he waits until nightfall again to do something. But then you get mad when it's too late to do the voodoo chant.
Too late! I'm fucking trapped in here!
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You wasted 72 precious hours. So let's talk about the second portion of this question. Why follow Andy to school and kill the teacher? Now I understand that Chucky has a very unique dark sense of humor, and he's trying to turn Andy's life into shambles. But killing everyone around Andy is putting suspicion on Andy. Why would you want that? And making Andy the prime suspect of the murders. If Chucky did succeed in transferring his soul into Andy's body, wouldn't that eliminate his freedom? I mean, at the least, he would end up in juvenile detention. And then once he's an adult, maybe life in prison. That or being sent into the loony bin for the rest of his life. So where's the logic in this? It would be very difficult to deny these murders as well. he wouldn't be blamed for Madsen. There is no connection there. But since the mysterious circumstances surrounded him anyway in the previous murders of the first film, like Maggie, Eddie Caputo, in this film you have the mysterious death of Phil, the foster dad, and after that you have Joanne's death, Grace's death, and the factory worker's death. But I'll touch on that in my number 9 and 10, because I have a different theory about that. But nonetheless, why does Chucky keep putting heat on himself? Doesn't that contradict his whole mission? If he wants freedom out of his body, wouldn't he want that same exact freedom in the new body as well? Let me know what you think.
Number 4, you filthy slime ball. Yeah!
Why didn't Andy knock this little jerk on his ass? Now, I don't condone violence by any means. I don't want you to think that. I don't think violence is the answer. I teach my daughters to be nice, polite, respectful, well-mannered, and to never lay a hand on somebody. But I don't condone bullying either. I am a firm believer in sticking up for yourself. If someone steps on your toes, they better be stepping to the damn emergency room. See, all of this started as soon as Andy got on the bus. That would have been ass whooping number 1.
Yeah!
And then it continues in the classroom.
And will have their own later repent.
That would have been ass whooping number 2. I mean, what does Andy have to lose at this point? This was the day after his encounter with Chucky, so now he knows that Chucky's back and will stop at nothing to possess his body.
What are you looking for? Is it Chucky coming to get you? Andy, how did you manage to tie yourself up like that last night?
So in hindsight, who cares about being a good kid? His life is at stake. Worst case scenario, he beats the brakes off that little dude and gets sent to another foster home or back to the foster center where maybe he can get more distance from Chucky. So perhaps maybe getting in a lot of trouble at this point would actually work in his favor. But you know, maybe Andy has seen too much violence in his life and he doesn't want to go on the other side of the fence and contribute to that. And I respect it. I respect it. Good on him.
Number 6.
Rapid fire round. Kyle has a weird vocal dub right here.
It's not so bad. Had fosters that would shoot you for staring at them cross-eyed.
Really?
Sure.
One thing I miss about these earlier movies is the small details. Like this one here. In this cool little detail, you can see Chucky's eyes move just a little bit. Here's Chucky having an oh shit moment.
Come on, let me off. Andy.
Uh-huh. They almost got your ass.
I love these things. What's your name, buddy?
Chucky.
At this point, Chucky's just fucking done with it. Look at this scene right here.
Let's go. I'll go first.
And he's like, bitch, what? Bro, whose finger is this? What? Did Chucky really die at the end of this movie? Or
Number 8.
was he trapped in his doll's body in a purgatory state? This has been one of those lingering questions I always come back around to. The ending of Child's Play 2 is messy in the best way possible. We see Andy and Kyle shred him, stitch him, melt him, pump him full of air, and finally blow his damn head off his shoulders. It's overkill in the truest sense, but it's fun. But here's the thing. If you remember the rule in Child's Play 1 that we learned from John Bishop, if you want to stop Chucky for good, you have to destroy the heart.
It's the only way through the heart.
And that's exactly what Mike Norris did at the end of the first film. Now fast forward until the ending of this movie. The heart is not destroyed here. He's amputated, kicked around, getting his little ass whooped, but nobody goes for the one surefire way to defeat Chucky. Now I don't expect Kyle to know any of this, but I expect Andy to. He was right there front and center with Karen and Mike.
Kill them! Kill them all!
The heart. Shoot him in the heart.
So was Chucky actually dead or stuck in the abyss? Now in Child's Play 3, many years had passed, but his blood was still fresh out of the doll when they scoop up his remains, which is why it was able to drip into the vat of plastic and spark the events of Child's Play 3. If he was truly gone, would his body still be pumping out fresh blood? I wouldn't think so. And let's not forget, this isn't the last time the heart rule comes into play. Bride of Chucky reintroduces this rule when Chucky takes a few slugs to the chest, one in the heart, reminding us of Chucky's weak spot. So is he dead? I don't think so. He was broken, immobilized, hell, even probably brain dead at this point. But the heart was still intact, which means he wasn't gone, just trapped. A ticking time bomb just waiting for the next unlucky bastard to put him back together. Thanks, Mr. Sullivan.
Number 9.
Did Kyle get blamed for the murders? And does this explain her 27-year absence until we see her in Cult of Chucky and the TV show? Now, one thing about Kyle is, after the happy ending of this movie, we know what happens with Andy. But what about Kyle? For 27 years, radio silence. I actually believe that she was either locked up or eventually committed to the psychiatric ward for most of her adult life, because there is a mountain of evidence against her. Hear me out. Earlier in the film, I mentioned the heat that Chucky was putting on Andy. But let's look at this from the other side of the fence, with Kyle, because this is much, much worse. Matter of fact, this is so bad, I don't think there's any possible way that she could clear her name of these murders. So let's start with the mysterious death of Phil. That could have been ruled out by police as a freak accident. Suspicious maybe, proof, not much. But let's move to Joanne. Joanne's death couldn't have been blamed on Andy, because Andy was sent to the foster center. It would be impossible for him to be there. So when police arrived and saw Phil's body, Joanne was still alive. Andy got took off, and who's the only two remaining people in the house? Kyle and Joanne. And not only did Kyle discover the body, she also touched Joanne's dead body. This doesn't look good, does it? Because the room looks like it was a struggle. Joanne was also hit with something. We can hear this right here. I'll play the clip.
Joanne!
And I imagine they would find her fingerprints on this lampshade that broke, and the police will assume that that was used to make that hit. She's fucked. Let's continue. Then she gets stopped by police with a doll that has blood on it. This isn't anything major, but this police officer will remember this because of what we're talking about next. She then crashes into the foster center, where every kid in the building sees her. So there are multiple witnesses that see Kyle there. And then Grace ends up dead as well. And Kyle's fingerprints are on the door where she was murdered and the window that she uses to escape. Joanne's death and Grace's death could easily be pinned on her. But that isn't all of it, because Kyle is seen fleeing the crime scene by police and firefighters. So this really doesn't look good for Kyle. She's super fucked.
But wait, there's more!
It should also be noticed that she tried to run this paper truck off the road, and this guy witnesses Kyle run into the good guy doll factory,
Crazy bitch!
where yet another murder takes place.
Oh my god!
She is also seen by this good guy doll truck driver. So she is placed at 3 different crime scenes. All 3 scenes has her fingerprints. She is seen fleeing the crime scene at the foster center and running towards the next crime scene where that factory worker gets killed. And they won't chalk up this factory guy's death to be an accident, because he was strung up like a damn piñata. Her fingerprints are also on the controlling mechanics all over the factory. She's more fucked than the top star on the PH. So where has Kyle been these last 27 years? Alcatraz. Again, this is just my theory. There's no factual proof against this, but there's no possible way Kyle can explain herself out of this situation. She is seen there. Fingerprints. The whole 9. Grace was also killed with the knife that Kyle used in the house. But as always, let me know your thoughts. Next on the list, ladies and gentlemen, is Child's Play 3. That being said, if you have any theories about Child's Play 3 or any other horror movie, drop it down in the Discord. The Discord is free, it's just a hangout spot. And if you pose a theory that I really like, that is unique and holds some weight, I will credit you in the video. I also have a YouTube membership where I do monthly giveaways. You get early access to all my videos, loyalty badges, private live streams. The list goes on and on. Don't feel obligated, but you'll be supporting me in this channel. With that being said, thank you guys so much for taking part of your day to kick with me. You know I appreciate it. I love you all. Till next time in Child's Play 3, I'll see you there. Adios.